Hello and welcome back to your online English program. Remember that we are Natural Language Academy and today's class is Simple Past. We're going to work with the introduction of the Simple Past. Now, in order to work with the Simple Past, we need to understand two things. Number one, how to use Simple Past. Well, Simple Past is used in a standard structure in which we have subject followed by the verb in past and followed by the complement. This is a standard structure. But we need to remember that we have two different ways to work with the simple past. Number one is using verb to be, and number two is using other verbs. Now, when you work with the verb to be, you have, as an example, I was a good student. You use the past form of the verb to be. Al trabajar con el verbo to be, vamos a utilizar su forma pasada, la cual veremos más adelante. And number two, using other verbs. For example, I went to Colombia. Al trabajar la segunda forma con otros verbos, debemos tener en cuenta las reglas y los grupos de verbos, porque podemos tener verbos regulares o irregulares. The second thing that you have to take into account is when to use simple past. Cuándo poder utilizar el pasado simple. Okay, in this case, it's very simple because it is used to talk about past action. It is used to talk about things that happened in the past. Okay, so let's gonna start. Now, let's start working with the verbs. As I told you, we have two different types of verbs. Como ya les dije, tenemos dos tipos distintos de verbos. Number one, regular verbs. For the regular verbs, we have rules. Para los verbos regulares, tenemos reglas. Rule number one, if the verb finishes in consonant, just add ed. Example, talk, talked. Si el verbo termina en consonante, solo le agrego ed. Number two, if the verb finishes in e, just add d. Example, dance, dance. Si el verbo termina en e, solo le agrego d. Rule number three, if the verb has only one syllable finishing consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant and add ed. Si el verbo tiene una sola sílaba, terminado consonante, vocal, consonante, duplico la última consonante y le agrego ed. Example, stop, stopped. Rule number four. If the verb finishes in y and before y there is a consonant, change y for an I and add ed. Si el verbo termina en y antes de la y hay una consonante, cambio y por i y le agrego ed. Solamente funciona si el verbo termina en y, pero antes hay una consonante. Example, cry, cried. Very good. Now, for the irregular verbs, we have groups. Dividimos los verbos irregulares en grupos. Group number one, no changes. Its forms are the same. No cambian. The present, the past, and the past participle are the same. Example, hit. Present hit, past hit, and past participle hit. Number two, present changes. The present is different, but the past and the past participle are the same. Examples, buy, bought, bought. In this case, the present is different, el presente es diferente, but the past and the past participle are the same. Yes? Now continue. Past changes. The past is different, but the present and the past participle are the same. Run and run. Present and past participle the same, but the past is different. Past changes. Number four, multiple changes. The present, the past, and the past participle, they are all different. Example, do, did, done. Present, past, past participle, they are all different. Okay? So it is important for you, if you want to understand English, if you want to speak in English, to practice verbs. Ya es muy importante, lo vamos a dejar como tarea personal, el aprender verbos. Ya tenemos las reglas y los grupos. Ahora es cuestión de tener una base de verbos. Okay? So now, remember that it is an important verb. You use verb to be to talk about 8 different things. Recordemos una vez más, el verbo to be es uno de los verbos más importantes que tiene el inglés porque se utiliza para hablar de 8 cosas distintas. So, the 8 things: physical condition, states, nationalities, occupations, names, location, ages, and descriptions. Yes? So, I were with was, we, you, they, were, he, she, it, was. Okay? So, we have, in order to create sentences in simple past using the verb to be, we follow subject, verb to be in past, and complement. Yes? For example, I was a good student. She was my best friend. We were in a mall and they were good teachers. The sentences follow, all of them follow the standard structure. Subject, verb to be in past, and complement. Subject, verb to be in past, and complement. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, now let's continue with simple past other verbs. Now, remember that there are two types of verbs, regular and irregular. So it's important for you, once again, una vez más, es importante trabajar los verbos, es importante aprendernos los verbos. Now, you need to study and practice the groups and rules. In order to create a simple past sentence, we have subject, verb in past, and complement. And then we have I studied French. Study is a regular verb. She played football. Play is a regular verb. We went to Italy. Went is the past of go, an irregular verb. They bought a car. Bought is the past of buy, an irregular verb. Thank you very much. Remember that you need to continue practicing, and we are Natural Language Academy. If you have any question, you can contact us in the following addresses. So, bye bye.